All right, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to episode 51 of the podcast. As you can see, this new setup,
we are out here.
Absolutely fucking gas.
Upgraded, dude. About time.
Like,
we talked about doing this for quite a bit.
I know, it took so fucking long. And that's why we weren't pumping out podcasts every day like I usually was. Like, there was a time for a while where I'd pump out one every single day.
I know.
And then I went on like a fucking...
But it was worth the wait.
Yeah, worth the wait, right? I mean, look at this shit. Like, this is
it's gonna get better because in a couple of months we're gonna upgrade the mics.
Yeah, we're gonna have the dangling mics. Or whatever. Yeah,
or we can just like roll them through. Like, we'll have the mic set up here. You'll be able to like take it wherever you're at.
That'll be so fire.
Cool.
That'll be so fire. But yeah, basically, we've just been enjoying life down here, working, grinding. Create Your Reality drop May 23rd. Definitely tune into that. You don't want to miss out on that. Because it only drops 4 times a year. So DM me on Instagram if you want to get involved in that, or just click the links in my bio. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about your energy as an individual, how you should be proud of your energy, right? Something along those lines.
For sure. So this was a huge lesson that came to me while I was on my ayahuasca journey. And it was to honor my energy. Mm-hmm. You know, I think so often we want to be or embody a different energy than the one that we're holding in that moment, and that makes us uncomfortable because we're not comfortable. If you want to embody different energy, you're not
trying to be someone you're not.
Exactly, and you're not feeling at home
or authentic. Yeah,
exactly. And how many people don't feel at home? You know, I know even myself, dude, for a while, and I didn't even know I was doing this before going to this eye ceremony. I would be very unconscious of the fact that a lot of the times the reason why I would not feel comfortable or like something was off was because I was not honoring my energy.
Who you really are. You were conforming to the environment, I suppose.
For sure, trying to adapt, trying to. Comparing myself, right, to maybe constantly. Like other people.
Dude, I could talk about that for fucking ever. Like, the comparison is like the root of all just fucking disappointment, sadness, depression, like, and it's never been easier to compare yourself to somebody like I even find myself doing it sometimes, and I'll be like, why am I have my own blessings, like, what am I, like, especially on TikTok, like, I'll see people blow up, and I'm like, how is it taking me so long to grow? And then I start just like being like, do people just not fuck with my content? And then I'll start overthinking it. And like, obviously people fuck with my content. It's just like comparison, you know? Like, it's...
For sure.
It really fucks with... I can't imagine like girls, bro.
Oh my
like,
God.
Especially with the people that they follow. Like, they just follow other attractive girls.
The other day I saw this Instagram video of this fitness influencer. And it was her prepping herself to shoot for Instagram, and they were doing her makeup. Like, she had like a whole team. This is the crazy shit. At one point in this like behind the scenes video, you see this fitness influencer who has a fitness body put this fake like booty, whatever you call it, booty implants or booty like fillers in her yoga pants. That was just like, damn. And so many girls
look at that and be like, damn, I want that. I need that. Yeah. And it's not even like real.
I want to go to the gym, and so much self-hate comes from that. And a subset of that you just kind of hinted at of honoring your energy was honoring your journey and where you're at in that journey.
And honoring thyself as a fucking whole. Like, I was talking to Abe about this like last week. And I'm like, dude, sometimes I just think I'm too chill of a dude. Like we got Jeremy, and Jeremy's just so energetic, all the time. I'm like, how the fuck can I not? I wish I could just flip a switch and be like fucking energetic, and I wouldn't have to be drunk to do it, you know? Like,
for sure.
I wish I could, like, I would say this. I was like, I wish I could just be my drunk self, but not have to drink to do it. And then like, because I'm a chill ass dude. Like, I can't really just like get a hype, like chilling. So. I was talking to you about that, and then this is how this topic came up, like, honoring my energy, because, like, I need to be proud of the fact that I'm just a chill-ass 20-year-old, like, Because it's me. That's who I am. Like, I'm just a chill individual, and like it really opened my eyes when you're like, bro, you have to honor your energy. I'm like, valid.
Exactly.
Valid.
It's like, that's it. It's like you can kind of come home and it's like, okay, cool. Like this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a very cool feeling when you're able to just kind of ground back into that. And it's also very magnetic when it's just this is who I am. You know, and you don't have any energy going out. Also, energy is a resource.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you're trying to appear, you're wasting that energy.
Yeah, bro. And then by being your authentic self, you're gonna attract the right people because you're gonna attract like-minded individuals who are also their authentic selves. So it's like by putting on a mask, you're almost doing more damage than any good at all.
It's a powerful point.
Yeah, because you're not being true to yourself. And then when you leave that group, you take off the mask and you're like, damn.
And you're tired and you're fucking exhausted. And you don't feel at home because the people that you've attracted to, they're attracted to your life, you've attracted the wrong people because they're attracted to a person
And then one day you're going to get sick of that. One day you're going to be like, damn, like this just doesn't feel right.
For sure. And probably the love, if you're in a good friend group, but you're being someone that you're not and you're not honoring your energy, you're probably getting love from those people. But that love is never reaching you because that person that you're showing them that you're trying to be is not you. Mm-hmm. So you're never feeling like, dude, like I accept you just for who you are and I fuck with you and you're awesome, right? Like that's never landing because who you're pretending to be, right? It's not you, and I just said this earlier before we started the podcast. It's like you're honoring two masters because there's this energy that's you, but then there is this energy that you're trying to embody that's not you.
So like you're fucking like on a what's a teeter-totter.
Exactly.
And you're just like balancing between the two sides, and like it's just you're running back and forth constantly, and it just gets tiring.
It's all the time.
All the time. Yeah. You know, it's just like, especially with like actual love relationships, bro. Like intimacy, like those type of relationships, people are like, how do I get my crush to like me? Like you shouldn't have to fucking try to get your crush to like you. Exactly. Like it should just be a mutual thing where like you guys both just really fuck with each other's vibe. Like you should just be able to look at someone in the eyes and be like, like that's the one right there.
You know.
You shouldn't have to be like trying to play checkers and chess with them. Like, even though like nowadays that's low key what it's like, and I could talk about that for a hot minute because it's just like all fucking mind games. But it does create dysfunctional relationships because like, kind of like the push pull type method where like you have to like push and then like pull away, and it's just an actual genuine like that'll get you some like action, whatever you're looking for, it'll give you that. But like if you're looking for something fulfilling and like a meaningful relationship, it's gonna come naturally, and you guys are just gonna naturally vibe with each other and like your authentic selves. That's why like when you're with someone for so long and you start to really like, you can just be your total self around them. Like you can fart in front of them and shit. Like that's how you know it's legit right there.
And it flows.
And they laugh at your farts.
That's the beautiful thing about like when you reach that point. Yeah. When you reach that point in a relationship, you can spend days with that person because it's not exhausting. Because you're just, that's who I am. And that love is landing. Yeah, dude, I can't imagine at this point in my life getting caught in a relationship where I feel like I'm trying to be something that I'm not.
I can't imagine.
Or that I'm playing
You just don't have
games.
time for that. You literally just don't have time for that. No one should have time for that. Like, you have so much shit. Like, you should constantly be wanting to level up. Like, if a relationship takes too much of your time to maintain, then like, I mean, obviously a relationship is going to take effort, it's going to take time to maintain, but if you guys are on the same page where you just trust each other and you like, I feel like a relationship, you shouldn't have to be texting each other the whole damn day.
Not at all.
And a lot of these times, bro, like, these people are having 2 different conversations on Snapchat and iMessage the whole day. And I'm like, or then they FaceTime when they get home, like, give yourself, like, if you want a long-lasting, sustainable relationship, like, you're gonna have to, like, save the talking for when you see each other, bro.
You need that space, and I think I've shared this quote with you before. Familiarity breeds contempt. People will get sick of you, you know, even if it's your partner, and worse than that, they'll get used to you.
Dude, there's this one fucking, I don't remember the quote, but it's like your absence, like, when you're absent, like, it makes them appreciate your
For
presence
sure,
more.
For sure. It's a reverse of familiarity breeds contempt.
Exactly, because it makes you more exclusive. It makes you more, your time more valuable to them. So, like, it's like when they see you, they're like, let's go, you made it. So, like, whenever I go back home from Miami, it's like the hometown homies. I'm like, pop up at the party. I'm here for like 7 days. What's the move? You know, like, and it's dope because I'm happy to see them. They're happy to see me because they never do. So it's like, when I was there all the time, it was just like, you know, I'm there. I live there.
For sure. And just because you're dating someone doesn't mean your life has to revolve around that person. That's a codependent relationship. If you're always having a conversation, I love how this conversation shifted from energy to relationships, but
We're just flowing.
Yeah. If you're always talking with that person, you're not living your life. That person's constantly, and I've been there. I've been in those relationships, you know, and I've also been in the relationships.
It's draining, bro.
I've also been in those relationships where I'm talking to that person a couple times throughout the day, right? And it's usually like we exchange 2 or 3 text messages. It's like, good morning,
have a phenomenal
thinking about
day.
you,
Yeah.
or hey, just got home, I'm exhausted. Hope you had a great day.
Talk tomorrow.
Yeah, and it might go 3 days like that.
And that's fine.
Because I'm doing shit.
You're doing shit.
I'm
You have your own life.
Dragons,
you got a life to live,
exactly.
bro. You have a life to live. So do they. Like,
and to your point, when we do meet in person, that tension's there. It's like, well, what have you been up to? You know, it's so much better. It's like the sword's still sharp, but when you're just talking every day, that sword gets dull.
You're literally like cutting cardboard with it every day.
Yeah.
You're dulling the shit out of that thing.
Exactly. So I know how to bring it back to energy. I know we've been talking about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So part of having a good relationship is really understanding your energy, right? And understanding how different situations, such as talking to someone all fucking day, affect your energy, or not living your life, or having your energy be tied to this person all day. You know, like for me, I know when I was in a long-term relationship and I was constantly with my partner and I didn't take time to connect with the boys, or I was forsaking my mission because I was so comfortable, you know, like not going, skipping meals to snuggle, not skipping meals, skipping the gym to like snuggle at home on a Sunday, or eating
those
ice cream
Sundays, bro.
night.
Those Sundays, man.
I know,
they're fucking
dude.
lethal, bro. Like when you have a girlfriend and it's a Sunday, there's nothing more than you want to just like chill in bed with them all day.
Exactly. And I would enjoy it, but then over time I would notice, again, my sword kind of getting dull.
Yeah.
And when that happens, I know when I don't feel my best, I don't show up my best. So I would have to say, okay, I'm going to have to put a little bit of space here, come back to my masculine, right? Mm-hmm. Come back to living my edge, and then like sharpen that sword.
And then you can't let them get too comfortable either, you know? Like, you can't let them be like entirely comfortable. Like, we were talking about this the other day. Like when you live with a girl, and they get super comfortable because like she lives at your house, so like she gets really comfortable by knowing like, oh, he can't bring girls back to the crib now. And not saying that like you want them to worry, but like it adds a little spice to the relationship, a little anticipation, a little like, get what I'm trying to say?
I think it goes back to that familiarity, rather than rather than like feeling comfortable, because I think they should feel safe in your relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
But definitely as a man and in a relationship, you should keep that element of mystique, of adventure, of like, man, like I feel like I don't fully know this guy yet. Like there's more layers,
a little mystery,
layers of the onion to peel. Because if you get to the center and it's like, okay, cool, like now what? And girls, they love to peel those onions.
Yeah,
right?
That's why like super slow, like have so much mystery to you.
For sure, and I think it's wise, man. And when you're with them the whole time, right? You're also. I've studied female and masculine polarity, and what happens when you're with someone all the time, usually in a relationship, whenever you first get into it, there's massive amounts of polarity. Right, that's why like you just attract. You can't get enough of that person, and you're like magnets, right? But eventually, And the thing that also causes that attraction is the fact that your masculine energy is way different than her feminine energy, right? So it's like that just makes people like females and males attract each other. But then eventually, when you spend too much time with that person, you almost neutralize that polarity.
Mm-hmm.
You start taking on some of their mannerisms and their ways of being, and they do too. Especially if you live with them. That's why I think like it's not a good idea for a man to live with a woman until he's getting ready to marry her. And dude, that depolarization.
And then by having sex all the time,
yeah,
it gets old.
Exactly.
Dude, like I had a client who their relationship was consistent, just like sex.
Yeah.
And it ran out like 5 months later, 4 months later, because it's just like sex is like sacred, bro. Like it's an energy exchange, and it's like.
I thought you were gonna say he just busted all his nuts.
It's
like, right now, he's done.
He's done. He's just.
Put him on the shelf.
He's tapped. He's tapped. It's just like, it gets old, bro. I mean, and then like your testosterone levels are not there anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, cause your semen retention, like, and the girl, she's gonna you can only do new things so many times when it comes to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like, culture nowadays has normalized sex to just be all the time. Like every time you hang out, Netflix and chill. Like nah, like I've converged entirely from like I used to be like that. Obviously, everyone in high school is just like.
I think there's a time when you first find out about sex. It's like go enjoy yourself. Have fun.
Yeah.
You know, do your thing.
But now it's just like, you really gotta deserve to see that side of me type shit. And it's just like, even if you do deserve it, I'm still gonna keep it to a minimal to make you appreciate it that much more when it happens.
For sure, and to conserve your energy, because our sexual energy is so powerful and so creative.
When you just store it up and you can transmute that emotion, like that emotion of sexual desire is like the strongest emotion that your body can produce. So if you can, I read this in Think and Grow Rich. It literally says if you can transmute that desire of sex to motivation or like anything, like to get to the gym, like that testosterone, or if you're a girl even, like if you can transmute that, and like when I got my second breakup and it fucked me up, like I used all of it as fuel, like every single drop of it. I'm like, I didn't have sex with anybody for like 8 months. I didn't.
This is the true secret behind how Alex Setlag became Alex Setlag.
This is the secret. This is the secret right here. It's just like I used every single negative emotion. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna earn my sex. I'm gonna earn my money. I'm gonna like, and when I have money, when I have status, when I get swole, when I feel accomplished, I'll reward myself with sex, because like as a man, it's just like, it's kind of like your responsibility almost to just like, what's the word? Perform almost.
For sure. Yeah, and I think it can be easy to fool ourselves that we're performing when we are getting that dopamine hit from constantly having sex.
Yeah, but you're not performing. It's just
you're
like,
doing shit.
You're not doing anything. Like I used to be in a relationship where all we did was fuck, basically, and like afterwards I'm like, what am I accomplishing with this relationship? Like, where is the time going?
Bro, you getting that bed game up.
You're getting nutted. Like, no, it's just like so much time wasted. Like, your time needs to be looked at as like a large.
I feel like she'd like listen to this. She's like, ouch.
Yeah, I mean, especially because like, I don't know how much explicitity I could get into a podcast.
Hey, bro, it's your podcast, man.
Nah, it's just like, I learned that you gotta make people appreciate it and deserve it.
Because it's powerful to learn that lesson at your age, at 20 years old. I think like I probably didn't come to understand that until I was probably 23 or so, how sacred that energy is and how powerful.
Especially when you have like a one night stand, you wake up in the morning and you just look at them and you're like, it's not like they're ugly, but you want to wake up by yourself, bro. Like in your own bed, you don't want, and then you're like, damn, gotta clean my bed sheets, gotta clean my. They're not like.
You always gotta call them an Uber, be a gentleman at the end of the night. But you're right, dude. There's nothing. It always seems like a great idea at the time.
At the time, you're like, let's go. And then afterwards, you're like, all right, you gotta leave. Like, it's just, and then you feel bad.
In your life, like, yo.
Because then they get like low-key attached, and then you're just waste of time. And then you have to deal with that, and then you have to deal with like telling them like, "Lo, you're like, I'm not really about a relationship." So it's just like, focus on your damn self. Moral of that story.
Yes, and be transparent about your intentions. And there are girls out there that they just want that too, you know. And if you're transparent, you can avoid a lot of that. And I think a lot of people think that they can't be transparent about their intentions.
Yeah. In Miami, it's a little different though.
For sure, yeah. Here, it's known.
Like you don't even have to say. You don't even have to say.
Not a great place to find a girlfriend.
Nah, dude. I
think whenever like I'm ready to like settle down, I'm gonna go to like Ohio.
Dude, Ohio's a good place to find a girlfriend, bro.
Or like Pennsylvania,
Ohio, fucking New Jersey, fucking Montana.
New Jersey. That's
Montana,
yeah, like
Oregon.
Utah.
Oregon would be fire. Oregon would be fire.
Yeah, find like a nice little mountain girl, like backpacker.
It's so hard, dude. That'd be fire. It's just so hard to find. Like I feel like a grade A good girl nowadays. Which, if you're watching this and you're a good girl, respect.
Hit the DMs.
DMs are open. No, but it's valid, bro. Like it's just. How did we go from energy to where we're talking about right now?
Because everything's energy. Dude.
Everything's energy. This conversation is pure energy. Harvey, chilling on the couch right here. Look at that energy.
See him?
Look at that energy right there.
Yeah, no, they
see him. They see him. Harvey's straight chilling. Bro, I went out into the ocean today and I'm like, dude, this is just pure connectedness, like energy. Like the sand is vibrating, this water is vibrating, like the fish in this water are vibrating, like the people around me are vibrating but pretty low. But everything is an energy, bro. Like, people don't understand that. Like, I got rid of my still don't know if I want to swim with sharks, but like my fear of the ocean because like, I'm connected to the ocean, bro. Like, we are all so damn connected. Like, you can't even begin to fathom it. Like, all these, I'm really starting to think that life's just a video game, bro. Because like, every single thing that I really fucking want, I get. It makes its way into my life. And it's just, with a little bit of effort and continuous effort over time, you get anything you want. As long as you don't forget about the idea of the thing that it is you want, it'll become yours.
It's powerful. For sure, dude. Dude, manifestation. I don't know if back in the day, people were able to manifest like we can today.
Dude,
I don't think so. I don't think that was the case.
I don't think they were tapped. Maybe they were way more tapped in than we were.
Or maybe with like just like the natural process of evolution is also us kind of evolving our energy and our superpowers.
I heard some shit about like with time everything's speeding up. All like energy just expanding. Like because one day everything's just gonna explode.
I also think that I always go back to this Roger Bannister thing, right? He broke the 4-minute mile. People saw he broke the 4-minute mile. Then everyone started breaking the 4-minute mile. This thing was. People are always, they're probably gonna say like, dude, you bring up this analogy in every podcast, but I think it applies to manifestation too. Probably back in the day, no one knew about this, so no one could do it. And
then
now,
one person does it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, dude.
They say the same shit. I feel like everything I want comes into my life, and then maybe like write a book about it.
Yeah, bro, and it's just like you have to be intensely mindful of your limiting beliefs. Like who instilled the thought into your brain that you can't have this? Like, where is that thought coming from? And like, there's so many people that tell me they're like, I can't fucking. I'm like, that's a limiting belief. Like, you can do really anything you fucking want. Like, just tell yourself you can and you can do it.
It's our beliefs are so close and dear to us that a lot of times we don't even see them. And it's why we're able to see other people's beliefs so clearly. They can't even see that they're telling themselves they can't do this, or they can't have that, or that reality doesn't work in that way for them. It's just like they literally have glasses on that have like blue lenses. They're seeing the world blue, but they don't know that they have glasses. They just assume, oh, these are the world's blue. It's just the world works.
It's an intense program, bro. Like, we're all programmed. Like, you and I.
That's why if you're watching this, wake up. Just wake up.
It's a dream. This is a dream. Wake up.
The glasses. See the world. Experience your power.
Bro, it's...
Tap into your potential. I'm just kidding. They're like, whoa!
It's a program, bro. We're all programmed. You and I are still programmed at such a subconscious level that we're not even mindful of it yet.
For sure.
One day we'll dive beneath these layers, but like there's some people that are just complete sheep, bro.
It's a powerful thing about coaching or having a mentor or having someone that cares about you and that's a little bit further along on the path that can see your blind spots. They're called blind spots for a reason.
You literally can't see them.
You can't see them, you know, and we're all walking with massive blind spots, and I think that's why always seeking that person that can push you in the right direction, that can see the stuff that you can't see, and staying humble enough to say, okay, maybe this person knows a thing that I don't know, or I know for me, when I first started working with a mentor, I had a lot of ego, you know, and he would say things to me, and what do you know, dude? Like, you know, and then like I would dive deeper into certain things that he said, and like, oh wow, like I think he's seeing something that I'm not, you know, and then I read a book that really illustrated the point for me. I'm not sure if you've dove into any of the work of Ryan Holiday, but he has a book called Ego's the Enemy, that it dives into for how so many people, the ego was the thing that kept them from growing. Them thinking that I got this shit figured out, right? That I can't learn from this person. And I was like, whoa, like I'm showing up in life, and especially in these like mentorship relationships, as if like I know it all, you know? Oh man, what's going on?
Did it stop?
Internal temperature high. Okay.
Alright guys, so my camera, it'll
Technical difficulties.
This is our first time using this new setup, so we're gonna have it figured out by hopefully next podcast or the one after that. But my camera is overheating because we don't have it plugged in. So
we got the next podcast. We're gonna have a smooth run through.
But we're gonna wrap it up right there. Fuck. Hopefully you got some value out of that. Sorry for the abrupt ending. We were all over the place, but a lot of valuable points were made. I feel like people could take notes on this video.
This is a great podcast.
Yeah, I feel like people could take some notes.
Great podcast.
That was
with a lot of gems.
Just dropping gems like left and right about random shit. Like it's about something else every time.
I feel that sometimes, and I've noticed this with people too, where they will, like people that like are just more developed than I am, they'll say something little like honor your energy.
Like, damn.
And at first to me, honor your energy. And there's so much gold
right, just behind that.
In that sentence, gotta sit with it.
Dude, we drop so many little gems. People really elaborate on each gem for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, undistracted. Like they'll learn.
For sure.
Because the biggest teacher is like within yourself. Your subconscious has the answers to fucking everything. And you just have to ask it. And it will show it to you with patience and persistence. Like that right there. If you think about that for a couple minutes, like... Gem.
So essentially, listen to this podcast for the rest of your life.
Every single day before you go to bed. No, I'm kidding. Maybe I'm not kidding. But hopefully you enjoyed. Many more podcasts to come. I'm super fucking stoked to get back on the podcast grind.
Especially with the setup. This is dope.
I'm vibing with the setup.
Cool.
Alright, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Make it prosperous and productive. Peace out.